Good evening, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Detroit Become Human for live stream number 5. As we can continue our... Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's not going well. As we continue our subscriber special streams. We are live this evening, as we have been previously, for subscriber special, where you guys pick the choices and I just press the buttons. And we just have a laugh and a joke as we do it. If you hear the lady talking in the background, yeah, it freaks me out still too, even when I'm sat here trying to do this and she's talking randomly about things that you think, hang on, you can't see that. I swear you can't see that. But good evening, I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's week has been good. I don't know about you guys, but the UK at the minute is experiencing some very, very hot weather, and it is boiling this evening.
Martin Luther King. I thought you'd like it.
But yes, I hope everyone's week has gone well. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. So I'm trying to do too many things at once. The usual thing. I always try to do too many things at once and then regret not doing what I want to be doing. But yeah, so tonight, as we have done previously, subscriber special, you guys pick the choices. I just press the buttons. I'm trying to remember where we were last time. I can't quite remember. I know it's been 3 weeks because I had that weekend away that obviously we had to delay this by a week. And I can't for the life of me think where we are. But what I'll do in a second, once I've filled in the YouTube side, I'll read up about where we were, so at least I can kind of remember. I know there's people in chat. I'll catch up with chat and I can't see it. That's why I fill in the YouTube side, so bear with me a second. Shouldn't take me too long to do. Once I find my list, my thumbnails and stuff, the usual stuff that's in a folder that I can never find for some reason. Like that one out. Massive thank you to everyone that's watched our content recently. There's been a lot. I've said this previously and the other day in the live stream, I think, that our views for every episodic content, my words out, has gone through the roof. And you may look at it and go, well, it's only 100 views, but to me, that's through the roof, which is really nice to see, and massively appreciate all you guys and the new subscribers as well.
I hope you're okay.
It's been an interesting time recently.
Things can be difficult, but
in a good way.
I'm here for you.
Unexpectedly, in some ways, I suppose. I don't know. I'm kind of weird. I don't know. I find it weird to kind of deal with the fact that, you know, we're actually, aside from that, I enjoy doing this. I think we're actually doing really well, and I find that really weird to kind of deal with as well. Thank you for the like, it was much appreciated. Crazy Irishman, good evening to you, and good evening to the wife as well. How are you both? Yeah, I find it really weird to, I don't know, to kind of just understand, I suppose, in a way. So I'm just checking sound. I don't know, it's a weird one. Okay, sound is good. I think we're ready. That's what I was going to do. I was going to read up what happened last time. I've completely forgot. It's been 3 weeks. I've got too many different games on the go. I have, for those, I think I've got it coming up in some of the WWE content in the next week. I'm asking about doing a female My Rise series because the storylines are meant to be quite different. Well, I know I'm asking people about it next week. I've already started recording it. And it's completely different. So, should be good fun. I'm going to have to try and fit it in somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And for those that aren't aware, the Forbidden West review goes live next Sunday evening. The schedule video will tell you exactly when tomorrow. I can't remember exactly the time, but it is next week. Next Sunday, I believe. Right, so last stream, we met the androids in Jericho. A lot of them were having problems, had been beaten up, destroyed, damaged. And we, as Connor, we were helping. We helped Hank when he was drunk on the floor with his pistol, and we also had. It's just coming back to me as I'm reading the blurb from last week. And yes, Alice escaped the house, and the big guy joined Alice. Very good point. I knew there was something in my mind. I'm thinking there's something else happened that was quite major. I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was, but yes, the house of horrors, a supposed safe place, safe refuge that wasn't quite as it seemed. That was an interesting storyline. I wasn't too. I was very nervous about doing at the time. Dirt 5, and you couldn't hear any difference in your voice. I'm glad, because I swear I fell asleep voicing a video before I took the dose of the tablets down.
Did you know Detroit was
I'm
on
adamant
the
I did.
Underground
I went back
Railroad?
and had to
A
wipe
route for
the
slaves escaping into
the
Canada
voice and
during the
redo it,
American
and I
Civil
think
War.
I got the right part. But yeah, I'm adamant I did. I'm hoping I didn't imagine it, because that's even worse. But yeah, I'm glad you couldn't tell the difference. That's the main thing, I suppose. But hope the dosage is kind of back to what it was pre that happening, and I think I'm better with it. You know, I'm not falling asleep randomly. Good point. As I say this, I haven't taken. I've not taken any painkillers yet tonight, and I meant to take them half an hour ago. Give me a second. Well, good news, because I forgot to take them, and I'm half an hour late taking them, I shouldn't be falling asleep at half 11. I don't know why I forgot. It's the only time I've ever forgotten to take them. Right,
I know.
let's continue on and see who we're going to be to start with, and then you guys make the decisions as always. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I just need to go and get on my tablets. I don't know how I forgot to take them. How weird's that? Don't say that. The wife will tell you because she goes, yeah, well, I've never forgotten to take them. But I always take them at 9, so I don't feel rough in the morning. Because otherwise, if I take them too late, well, we were taking them later, and in the morning I'd wake up like I was severely hungover. It was a really horrible feeling. So I had to take them earlier to allow for that. Okay. So at port, we are breaking in, aren't we? Connor's suggestion was to break in to steal parts to help fix the other androids.
What do we do now? We need to find the CyberLife warehouse.
That's what he decided and said they should do, wasn't it? Right, we've got to reach the CyberLife warehouse. Jericho's reaction to us is currently neutral. I hope you guys are prepared to make decisions, because I'm assuming things are going to happen. This isn't going to be straightforward, is it? I don't think. Okay, we're here.
Don't let them see us.
And look, who see us? I haven't seen any guards yet. Why have we not seen any guards? Good evening, Simmer. How are you?
Watch out.
Ah, there's the guards.
Now what do we do?
I'll find another way.
They're all yellow. Okay, they're all climbing up. The music's changed. I'm not sure I'm keen. Music changing generally means something's going to go wrong, doesn't it? Drones everywhere looking for us. Yeah, they definitely have drones, don't they? They're everywhere. And yet Connor thought this was a good idea. Connor's one of those people you wouldn't think would think of something so risky. Good jump at Connor there. Yeah, I wouldn't have said he was this kind of risk taker. Follows. Oh, we had a choice, and I just pressed the first button. I think there was a choice between following Simon and going this way. That may have been an error. So I've left Simon on his own. I'm hoping that doesn't come to bite us. No, he seems okay. He's over there.
The warehouse is up ahead. We're almost there.
Connor needs to learn to jump better, I think. Why does he look so weird jumping?
Cyberlife warehouses.
There we go.
We have everything we're looking for.
First, we have to get rid of that drone.
Leave it to me.
We've got to get rid of the drone. How are we doing that? Pistol? Sniper rifle? Oh, pre-construct. We found this last time. He is very good at pre-constructing things, isn't he? So, if we jump there, would be spotted. Bad idea. If we go up, would be too high. Okay. So I'm assuming we're going to this one. Okay, we've got choices. Again, left would be... Okay, maybe perfect. Don't think that... No, would be too far. I do like this pre-construction stuff. I think it works really well. Compute. So it worked. So that's what we're doing. Once you've got the right computation, it seems to be that's your choice, that's the one you're doing. I do like how he does pre-construct them kind of things in advance. Drone is down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
Good job, Markus.
Sorry, Markus, not Connor. I keep getting, I'm completely getting these names mixed up. We followed north, there we go. Gather spare parts, search crates. So how do we search crates then? There we go. Yeah, sorry, completely getting names confused, aren't I? We are Markus, not Connor. That's not. Connor's the detective. Markus is the guy who looks after the old man. What have they seen? It's an android.
You were trespassing on private property. Your presence constitutes a level 2 infraction. I will notify security.
John! Goddamn machine! Where is it this time?
Okay, I've got to quickly grab and hide. Kill the guard or hide. I will pause it. You've got 17 seconds to make this decision. So we can either grab the security guard and hide, we can kill the other security guard, the human, or we can just hide. That's a tricky decision. I can't computate anything. I don't think. It is literally, we've got to make this decision. So we can grab the security guard and hide, kill the human guard, or just hide ourselves. Grab and hide. I think you're right. I think killing the guard's a no-no. Androids generally don't kill people unless they really have to. And the security guard's a risk, so we kind of need to grab him. So I think you're right, Crazy Irishman, to be fair. Let's go with that one. Thing is, he can call for backup without talking. No, not anymore.
John!
Stop. Okay. 3 choices. We can hold, we can release, or we can attack. There is a knife there to attack. That's our choices. We can either hold position, we can release the security guard, or we can attack the human security guard. That seems to be the 3 choices. The security guard's circular thing on his head. I'm struggling to find words. They go yellow, which normally means they're worried, scared, that kind of thing. Crazy Irishman in with the hold position. To be fair, There is no real, there's no proper, I don't think there's a proper true answer, is there, I suppose. Attacking the human guard is probably the worst answer. A risk is holding and a risk is releasing. So we'll go for hold position then and see what we come up with.
First the drone, now
I'm getting ready to press pause again just in case. It worked. By the looks of it, that was the best decisions.
Let's finish up and get out of here.
Okay.
Blue blood. We still don't have enough.
More blue blood. Well done decision making there. I think that was definitely the right answers. No one was hurt. No one was harmed. There's always a good thing. Check the bigger crate. Okay, where's the bigger crate? It's a gatehouse. No, bigger crate. Didn't see that one there, to be fair. What's in the crate? Nice easy hinges to break open. It's a bit weird. What is it? Oh wow. They're androids.
Why aren't you like us? Don't you want to be free?
Stop. Okay. Choices to make. Good evening, Nighthawk. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Choices to make. So we found in this big case 3 androids that Markus said, you know, why are you not like us? We've got 2 choices. We can free the androids. Thanks for the like, but as much appreciated. We can free the androids, or we can close the door and leave them be. What do we think? Now, obviously, you've got the, if they're not like Markus and the other people from Jericho, the risk of freeing them is obviously they report it. But then if you leave them, is that another risk? I don't know. I don't even know if they're online. That's the thing. But so a choice of 2: free them or close the case and leave them where they are. They're never straightforward decisions, are they? There's always, you know, question marks over both. But yeah, the actual holding position, grab and hide and holding position were brilliant answers, Crazy Irishman. We didn't get killed, no one got hurt, perfect answers. They currently have no programming. I did wonder that. That did make kind of cross my mind, to be fair. They seem to be like blank slates waiting to be programmed. So in theory, we could take them, but then if they've got no programming and you free them, would they actually be free? Yeah, so you'd be freeing them from nothing. Because they've not had a life of servitude yet, as they're not programmed that way. But also, if you free them, they're not going to have any clue about what's going on, are they? So that's the tough one, though. But do you leave an android behind? That's the other thing. You know, that's always that side of thing. Do you leave an android behind? It is a tough decision, though. Free them or close again. What do you guys think? This is probably one of the ones I'm glad I'm not answering, because I don't know. I don't know what I would actually choose in that circumstance. You reckon free them? Okay. To be fair, if you close it again, I don't think anything's really going to change, is it? I suppose you've got more chance of changing things if you free them, if that makes sense. It's kind of, you know, they don't know any better currently because they haven't actually done anything yet. So you've got a chance to possibly change them. Yeah, you can imprint on them. That's kind of what I was trying to get my words out to say. Good evening, Kathy. How are you? Yeah, you can imprint on them, so you can actually pick their programming, I would assume, and then that's more people for the resistance in some ways, in theory. So yeah, I think if no one has any other objections, I'm not too bad, thank you, not too bad at all. Boiling hot, but other than that, it's very muggy here at the minute. It's been like it all day, and tonight's no different. Which means a fun night of not sleeping, as usual. No, I just don't like the heat. We found out my foot doesn't like the heat either. My foot doesn't like winter or cold weather. It also doesn't like summer and warm weather. So I need to look forward to spring and autumn for the happy mediums. Okay. We're freeing them if no one has any objections then. Let's free the androids we just found. So, Kathy, just to catch you up, you haven't missed a massive amount. We started off from last time. We're at the warehouse. It's hot there too, is it? It's muggy. It's that horrible heat. We just went to raid the warehouse that Markus suggested last time to the Jericho people. We had some choices to make about killing a security guard or hiding with a android security guard, which I think Crazy Irishman made the right decisions with. We didn't kill anyone. No one got seen or killed. Always a bonus. And now we just found a case with 3 androids in that look to be brand new, not used yet. And the choice is free them or close them. And it looks like we're going to go for free them. So let's see what this choice does.
You could join us.
You could join us. I like how the hands change when they touch other androids. Good decision or bad decision? They seem like they're free, don't they? North's opinion of us has gone up. Jericho has now gone up. Josh's opinion has gone up.
That's all that can carry.
And Simon has gone up. I think good decisions all round so far. Security guard wants to come with us too.
He's on their side. We can't trust him.
He took a risk for us. We can't just leave him here.
To be fair, he could have reported us any minute via his chip. Okay, another big decision for you guys. No, we don't think they've been programmed. They look like they're brand new, unprogrammed in the box, waiting to be sent somewhere. Although we've just freed them ourselves. Definitely sounds like the right decision. Yeah, that's what we're kind of saying. That you can imprint on them. You can actually, mold them in a way. So the security guard, the android security guard, who was going to report us, we grabbed and hid with him in the end, wants to come with us. North isn't keen. The choices are accept or refuse. Now, I would say the security guard at any point could have reported him via his chip. He could have made a noise. He could have struggled. He did none of those. Which kind of makes you think, where is he? Crazy Irishman straight away in with the accept. Thinks we should accept the security guard and bring him with us. He could have given them away, but he didn't exactly. He could have given away, but he didn't. Does anyone have any objections to taking the security guard with us? Except from Kathy as well. I think it's a logical step, isn't it? Also, you're not leaving a witness behind. That's the other thing. Whether he wants to go with us or not, leave a witness behind. He could, probably produce photographs of all of them from his memory bank. So you've got that side of things as well. But yeah, okay. We're going for the accept security guard. This may mean North doesn't trust us as much. We'll find out in a second. But we'll see.
They come with us.
North doesn't agree.
I know where you can find more spare
But Jericho
parts.
is now
What do you mean?
respecting us. Josh is liking us more.
The trucks.
Simon's gone down.
They're full of bio components. They run on autopilot, but they can be driven manually with a key.
Where is this key?
That security guard may have just become very, very useful.
They're 2 human guards. We'll have to get the key without being noticed.
Okay.
Suicide, Markus. Our bags are full. We got what we came for. Let's go before they catch us.
This is a truck full of spare parts. There'd be enough for all of us. We can't pass this up.
And if we get killed, our people will have nothing. We can't take that chance. It's too risky.
It's decision time. So, we lost some respect from people because we went against them and said to the security guards, come with us. That was obviously going to happen, but we're more respected by Jericho. That's a bonus. Thank you for the like, that was much appreciated. So now we've got a choice. Do we leave with the blood and stuff we've got, the blue blood? Or do we try and get the key so we can get the trucks to get the parts that could potentially fix everyone in Jericho? Obviously, risk reward. What do we do? Obviously, we're going to lose some people's respect, I think, if we do go for the key. We're going to lose others again if we leave without the key. North wants us to get the key this time, where she wasn't keen on security guard. So her respect issue is going to go up and down by the looks of things. Get the key from Crazy Irishman and the wife, perfect. And Kathy says get the key as well. Okay, we're going high risk, are we? High risk, high reward. I agree, to be fair. I think if you got to be all or nothing. What's the point of taking the risk to get to somewhere like that to not try and get everything you can to help all the androids currently in Jericho? The ones that are dying, you've got to do as much as you can. So, we're going for the key. Does this mean I want to need to be really quick-fingered again? We'll soon find out, won't we? Okay, let's go for this key.
Wait here. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, go without me. Markus.
I'm coming
Markus.
with you.
No, I'm going alone. It's not worth it for both of us to risk losing our lives.
He's got a point. On his own, he's probably the safest option. North's opinion's gone up again. Josh's opinion's gone down. They're all just as bad as each other. It's constantly going up and down. Right, we've got to... Right, where are we going in? And remember, we've got to do this unseen. There's a guard in there. 2 guards. We're not going through that doorway, are we? There may be some quick decisions to make. There probably will be, won't there? Okay, we can't go in that way. Oh, that just said something. I don't know what it said. Can't go that way, I think. Okay. Look. So they're both there. And we need to get in there. There's the key. The window. Deal with the guards. 4 options. I can hear dogs barking. Here. Okay. The window. We can get through the window. Good shout. Rather than through the door. Would they not feel the draft? We haven't quite got a distraction yet, have we? Where am I going?
Goddamn dogs. What the fuck are they barking at?
I can threaten the guards?
They don't like storms.
Yeah, I was gonna take my kids camping this weekend.
I'm in the bathroom at the minute.
Is Mike still in zone 4?
Okay.
Looks like it. And he should be done already.
Better off in here than out patrolling in that.
Well, they heard the dogs and didn't kind of react to them, did they? Currently, our choice is we can threaten the guards. And that's it. That's why I'm going to get seen in a minute, aren't I? I'm nowhere near getting that key, am I? What else have we got? We can lure the guards outside. Okay, we can exit the building again. So we can lure the guards outside by knocking on these. We jump through the window whilst they're outside, I suppose. They've already heard the dogs and haven't bothered with anything. Okay. Do we think this knocking on the drums is a good idea? We can continue to do this to attract the guard, or we can cancel and find something else. There's obviously more things we can do. I think the original thing was 4 things we could have done. We found a gun. We could threaten them with that, which isn't really the android way. The dogs are barking. They've talked about the dogs barking, but that's about it. They haven't said nothing else about it. But knocking on the drums, we could use those to attract the guard. Or do we think we should find something else? That's the choice. Use the drums or find something else. What do you guys think? I did think the dogs would make more of a difference and they'd want to come out and have a look. But they're not that fast. They don't really get wet. That's the issue. They don't want to go in the rain if they can help it. Can you release a dog? I didn't see a release the dogs. I'm assuming I can come back in a second. If we investigate the dogs next, I'm assuming I can come back. Let's try that. Let's try that. We're going to cancel. Let's see if we can release the dogs. There was only an option to look a minute ago. I can't see or do anything else other than look. Yeah, there's only just look, and that's it. But we can knock on the drums. That's all it's kind of given me to do with those. Release the dogs would have been my suggestion, to be fair. But yeah, I don't have the option. So I'm thinking it's either the gun or the drums that I've found so far. There's a window here as well in the bathroom. Go inside again. Well, there's a window in the bathroom. Let's have a look in there. Couldn't hear drums for the dogs. It's a good shout, actually. Could they hear the drums because of the dogs? Probably not. Is there anything in here to use? That's a no then by the looks of it. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Find another way. We've got the gun. I can take the gun. Thought there'd be, you know, more things you could do. There's tools, but you can't do anything with those by the looks of it. Oh, what's this? Cause a blackout. Could that be a decent way of doing it? Potentially cause a blackout. So far we've got drums and blackout and gun. I'm not sure how we do the blackout. You're keen on the blackout idea. How do we cause that then? Okay. I'm all for causing a blackout. So we need, there we go. We take a tool. Screwdriver. So, are we thinking we're short-circuiting and causing a blackout? Yeah, blackout, use the tool, short-circuit. I think we're going to have to duck outside probably while investigating in the bathroom or something. But that's what we're going for, isn't it? It's a good shout. Okay. Don't be seen.
Lights are still on. Must be the fuse box. I got a flashlight somewhere. Here it is. Fuses are over there. I don't know shit about electricity.
Okay, I'm trying to see where they're going with their flashlight.
Switch. That doesn't work. We can call maintenance. What the fuck is this?
Got it. Out the bathroom window.
There must be someone in here.
I've got the key. I've got the key. Exit the window.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but you better come out right now.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Go, go, go.
Did you get it?
Release the dogs. Oh, I didn't even go near the dogs, to be fair.
Yes.
Would you want to release the dogs on ourselves, though? Inside the truck. I'm hoping it doesn't want me to drive it. Am I actually driving this thing, or is it going to do it for me? I've got to actually do it. I'm not steering though. That's alright then. I'll be the first one to crash. Quite happy to steer. Not keen on... quite happy to drive it, like accelerate, but not keen on actually steering at the same time. Are they going to let us go, or...? No, we're out. We are out. Yeah, we didn't go near the dogs to find a way to let them escape. I think that probably would have been a bad thing, surely, though, because the dogs would have chased us down.
A truckload! We stole a whole truckload! We got biocomponents for everybody!
We couldn't have done it without Markus.
Markus the saviour. Jericho's appreciation has shot up. But it's all thanks to you guys making the right decisions.
Jericho because here androids are free.
Simon is now our friend as well. Wow.
Free to live in the dark, hoping that no one finds us. Free to die in silence, waiting for a change that's never gonna come. But I don't want that freedom. And I'm not gonna beg for the right to smile, or love, or stand tall. I don't know about you, but there's something inside me that knows that I am more than what they say. I am alive, and they're not gonna take that from me anymore. Our days of slavery are over. What humans don't want to hear, we will tell them. What they don't want to give, we take. We are people. We are alive. We are free.
Yeah, we could have had more guards if I would have shot the gun, absolutely. And also, it's not really the android way, weapons, is it? Marcus's rousing speech there for the Jerichos. Trophy achieved, Jericho's hero. Right, let's have a look back at our decisions. Looks to have been lots of choices that could have been done differently, by the looks of that. So lots of different things could have been done differently. I'm curious about how many people killed the guard as well. Okay, so hunting parts, follow north. That wasn't really a choice then, I thought it was, but it wasn't. Oh yes, here we go. This was the other choice. Follow north or not. I don't know what, I just went for the first one, I didn't actually look. Neutralize the drone, we did it without Markus being hurt. Perfect. And then we got spare parts. Now, the security android arrived. And the choice was grab android and hide. I think it was attack the security guard or just hide. I don't know what the fourth choice was, to be fair. And because of what we did, John becomes deviant. And the guard searches for the security android. And that led on to another decision where we could have hold position, which we did. I think it was attack the security guard. There was another one as well. Follow Simon might have been the other option. It could have been follow Simon, to be fair. I just went straight ahead. And we had the option that went with human guard leaves. We can't actually see what the percentage would have been. I suppose we could see what it would for them decisions. So 82% of people grabbed the android and hid, and 51% hold position. 67% had the guard leave. So there's another option where the guard obviously didn't leave, which would have been the top one, I would assume. We resumed our search. What is this bottom line? Oh, so there's something else. If we chose two other options, we would have skipped this whole section. By the looks of things. We found the crate of androids where the choice leave the androids or free the androids. No matter what we chose, it would have still had the same answer. If we hadn't found the crate, John would still want to join. And then you've got the accept and refuse. 79% of people chose to accept the John the security, I suppose his name's John then, John the security guard, and 15% refused John the security guard, which brings us a whole different pathway. He mentions the key. We went to the control room, which 70% of people did. We entered the room, we found the key. We didn't find what this was, to be fair. So if we hadn't found the key, there was something else here. We created a blackout, which 29% of people did. So it looks like less people created a blackout. They must have done the other option. One was a gun, wasn't it? And we couldn't, the drums was the other one. So those three options was drummers and gun. And 29% of people created a blackout. That's quite low. I thought more people would have gone for the blackout, to be fair. One of the answers would have gone a different way. We avoided the guards. We stole the key, which is the only way avoiding guards would have gone. And then we left with the truck. And that's done. So, this could have gone, there's an ending up top that doesn't look very, possibly couldn't have been good. And there's a whole different ending over here with two proper endings, which could have been completely different. Good evening, Mugen. Sorry, apologies for names. I'm horrendous, I know. How are you? You're not too late at all. So, we escaped with the crate, the truck full of parts. If I've said it completely wrong, just please type how I should say it to make it easier. But there were two other ways of ending this story. I'm assuming one would have been left with just the blood that we got, rather than with the parts in the truck. And the other one possibly could have been us being killed. I don't know. But that is that story done. On to the next one. November 6th, 2038. Now I'm assuming we're about to be Connor.
Oh, feels like somebody's playing with a drill inside my skull. You sure this is the place?
It's the address in the report.
Right. Okay. Let's get going.
In some ways, I'm glad he's suffering after the state we found him in. Hank is currently our friend. We've got to follow Hank into the Eden Club.
Sexiest androids in town. Now I know why you insisted on coming here.
I think that was Hank's attempt at a joke by the sounds of it. Okay.
Welcome to Eden Club.
It gave me the option to look. I didn't know if that would give us options later.
You're not gonna take my license, are you? I had nothing to do with this.
The investigation's ongoing, sir. I can't tell you anything for the moment.
There's a lot of androids in here, isn't there?
Hey Ben, how's it going?
It's that room there. Oh, by the way, Gavin's in there too.
Oh, great. Dead body and an asshole, just what I needed.
I'm assuming Hank doesn't like Gavin then.
Connor! The fuck are you doing?
I'm here.
Coming, Lieutenant.
I'm here. Literally, next to you. Don't think you knew we were there.
Lieutenant Anderson is plastic pet. What the fuck are you two doing here?
We've been assigned all cases involving androids.
Oh yeah? Well, you're wasting your time. There's some pervert who, got more action than he could handle.
We'll have a look anyway, if you don't mind.
Come on, let's go. It's, starting to stink of booze in here.
Someone else who doesn't
Night, Lieutenant.
appreciate androids then by the sounds of it. There's a bit of that, isn't there, going around? Right. We've got to examine the crime scene, examine the victim, examine the android, and something in between. So let's start with the android. We could diagnose. which would make sense as we got the ability to do so. Selector, critically damaged, biocomponent, critically damaged.
Oh, hey! Oh, Connor, you're so disgusting. I think I'm gonna puke again.
Model WR400, serial number 429671942. That gives us some information, I suppose. There is something else other than the other guy to look at. I'm holding off looking at him for the minute. What do we got?
License says Michael Graham. Credit card, cash in the wallet. Picture of his wife and 2 daughters.
I'm assuming we just got to look at the body then.
Well, I wouldn't want to make that call.
No, that's not a very nice call to make, is it? To his other half. Right, how did he die then? 3 clues analysed. We'll have a look at the heart first. I'm assuming he had a heart attack, based on what they were saying. Cardiac arrest, but no sign of cardiac event. Heart attack, not cause of death. Sink and toilet area. That's a good shout. We'll have to check those next. So there was no sign of a cardiac event, as the heart attack did not cause the death. Okay. What's this on the neck? Severe bruising, signs of strangulation, cause of death, I can't say the word, asphyxiation. Basically, he was strangled to death. That takes a lot of force to strangle someone to death, although the android would be capable. Deceased, Michael Graham. Hang on. Height 6'2", weight 192.4 pounds. Estimated time of death 6:24 p.m. We can reconstruct. Let's find out what happened, shall we? So that's something there. Victim was strangled. We gained that anyway. That's fine. And before that point, that's all we know. Was the victim was strangled? Okay. Sink and toilet.
He didn't die of a heart attack. He was strangled.
Yeah.
I can't get to the sink and toilet, I don't think.
Doesn't prove anything, though. Could have been rough play.
Yeah, I don't. We are missing something. Can't get to that area.
Maybe you can see what happened.
It's a good point. Why do we not do that when we examined originally? Connect. Reactivation required.
The only way to access its memory is to reactivate it.
Think you can do it?
It's badly damaged. If I can, it'll only be for a minute, maybe less. I just hope it's long enough to learn something.
Let's see, yeah, I couldn't get to the sink or the toilet by the looks of things, as the body of the android's in the way. It's amazing what they can do. Press one button. I let go of the R1. Okay. Let's reconnect. Okay, stop. We've got 1 minute 37 seconds until shutdown. Luckily, we can pause to make decisions. So we can either explain, direct, or soothe. I'm assuming explain is explain to the android what has happened. I'm assuming direct is we be very direct with her. Or we soothe her and try and calm her down. Would be my assumption. But yeah, your choices are explain, direct, or soothe. We've got 1 minute 37 to get as much information out of her as possible. Crazy Irishman, the wife says soothe. Okay. Direct or explain. So one apiece then so far. Anyone else? Probably explain. we need someone to break the tie by the looks of it. We've got a soothe, we've got a direct, and we've got an explain. In some ways, I assume you've got to kind of ignore the counter. If you went really direct at someone and said, right, tell us what happened, when they're all a bit of a mess and all over the place, they're not really going to react well, I suppose. If we could soothe her, we might get more info. There is that point, to be fair. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated. So we're currently on an impasse. We've got direct, explain, and soothe. What are we going for? I suppose in some ways you're right. You are right, Crazy Irishman. I think in some ways as well. I think direct would probably be a bit too harsh. Obviously, she's distressed. And that's never going to be good for answers. You have got the time limit, that's the problem. The concern for you is whether or not you get penalised faster time deductions for the wrong choice. Now, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good shout. Does the time decrease quicker if we make a wrong choice? That's a good shout. I hadn't thought of that. Not much time, but soothe would be best. That's 2 for soothe. I think you've got to treat her like she's human in some ways as well, though. If you try too directly, she's not going to react well. She's still going to be all over the place. As long as the soothing doesn't take too long, it may be the best option. So you're going to switch to soothe as well. Okay. We'll try soothe and see what happens.
Calm down. Everything's all right. All we want is to know what happened.
Is he dead?
Okay. We lost about 12 seconds, which wasn't too bad by soothing. So I think soothe was a good decision. She's asked if he's dead. We've got to now choose between murderer or facts. So are we going to accuse her of being the murderer, is what I'm assuming murderer means, or do we just tell her the facts? That's the big question. Facts. I can probably gauge you're all going to say facts, aren't you? To accuse someone who you've just calmed down of being a murderer kind of goes against the soothing element, doesn't it, really? Okay, we're going to give her the facts. Hopefully, if we still have over a minute left, I think we're on with a shout of figuring this out. I think. Let's find out.
Tell me what happened.
He started hitting me. Again and again.
Okay, that was obviously the wrong answer because we lost quite a bit of time. We're now under a minute and you don't have a choice. Or do we? What if we say nothing? She has said that he started hitting her again and again. And our choice now is to say murderer. What if we say nothing? We lost about 30 seconds by saying the facts, which was a bit weird. Whereas I think facts sounded like the right thing to do. Let her carry on talking. That's what I was thinking. I don't know if you can get away with it or not. Stay quiet. Okay. Let's do that. It's strange that it still included a diminishing bar, even though the only choice is murderer. Yeah, that's a good point. That's why I wondered if you could stay quiet. Okay, we'll the bar gets down to about a quarter, I'll pause it again. And we'll decide from there. Let's see what happens.
I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. It was like he...
Okay, I've stopped the game. It's now in the red. Do we let the bar run out? There's 49 seconds left of her being alive in one respect. Do we let the bar run down? She's still talking to us about what happened. Or do we call her a murderer? Because I think that's what it means. I'm assuming if we let the bar run out, we're not calling her a murderer. So do we accuse her or basically let it just play out? Let it run out. Kathy agrees. She's giving you information. She is. I think that's right. I think diminishing bar, let it run out and go from there. No one wants to call her a murderer then, no? You're all happy so far that she's not. She didn't, she's not a murderer. I think let's let it run out. If it deducts more than the normal rate of time passing, then we'll know the game can punish you by faster time deducts from here on out. That's a good shout, actually. That's more information for us as well, isn't it? That's a very good shout. Okay. Let's see if we can pick up on anything else she's about to tell us then.
I was enjoying it.
Did you kill him?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. So we asked her directly, did you kill him? And she said, no, it wasn't her. Do we now call her a murderer? Do we pressure her? Or do we... I'm assuming that's asking if she was alone. Is what I'm assuming. We've got 45 seconds left. It's critical leak on the blue blood. So I'm only guessing what the answers actually mean. But I'm guessing the top one, murderer, is you're a murderer. We pressure her for more information, possibly. Or we ask if she's alone. That's my interpretation of what the answers are saying. So we've got alone and alone and alone. We'll go for alone then.
Were you alone in the room? Was there anyone else with you?
He wanted to play with 2 girls. That's what he said. There was 2 of us.
Oh, that time diminished very quickly. And we had quite a bit of time, and then it went down to red time, less than 10 seconds, I think. There were 2 androids in the room. We've probably only got one option now before she runs out of time. Maybe stress could make her degrade faster. Yeah, I think that's what's just happened. So we've got one question. And this question has to give us all the information we need. Because I think once this is answered, time's up. So, she said... That's what he said. There were 2 of us. She wanted 2 androids. So there were 2 androids in the room. We've only found 1. Plus the body. You guys are getting ahead of me there, aren't you? This is a bad time for a joke, but the guy wanted to multitask with 2 androids. He probably didn't consider it be too much for his his 1-core computer. That's actually quite good, to be fair. His 1-core computer just couldn't keep up. But then we know the heart attack, well, he couldn't keep up because he had a heart attack, but it wasn't the cause of death. Okay, you've all got to jump ahead, that's fine. So we either killer, what model, other android, and you've all gone for other android. That's what we go for. If we get a chance to pause it again for another question, I'll try to do it as quickly as possible so we don't lose time. But I've got a feeling this is probably our last question, but we shall see.
Where did the other android go? Did it say anything?
She's gone.
So there was another android. This happened over an hour ago. It's probably long gone.
No. It couldn't go outside dressed like that unnoticed. It might still be here.
Think you could find a deviant among all the other androids in this place?
Deviants aren't easily detected.
Oh, shit. There's gotta be some other way.
What other way could we detect?
Maybe an eyewitness. Somebody who saw it leaving the room. I'm gonna go ask the manager a few questions about what he saw. You let me know if you think of anything.
Search for android eyewitness. Well,
Did you know the victim?
There's plenty of people in the cubicles.
2-3 times. I mean, these guys
And he looked straight away at number 9.
come in, do their business, and then go on their way.
They really been in trouble with androids before?
No way.
We got no fingerprints. We need human fingerprints.
We lost a model 2-3 months back. Same model.
I'm taking it. I'm assuming the guy won't talk to us.
Probably don't have any CCTV.
So my assumption is we need human fingerprints to actually connect to any of them. So I think we need Hank.
Discretion. You can come and go without a trace.
Sure. Yeah, business is booming, right?
Yeah. Can't complain.
We have to interrupt the conversation, then, aren't we?
They're up for whatever.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. You come here a second?
Found something?
Maybe. Can you rent this, Tracy?
For fuck's sake, Connor, we got better things to do.
Please, Lieutenant.
He honestly thought that's the reason we wanted it to be rented.
Hello.
We want answers. We don't want to rent it for any other reason.
Please confirm your purchase.
Connor's all like, come on, Hank. I'm of legal age.
This is not gonna look good on my expense account.
Purchase confirmed. Eaton Club wishes you a pleasant experience.
Imagine putting that through on your expenses
Delighted to
form.
meet you. Follow me. I'll take you to your room.
Can we stop that happening? Probe. Sounds wrong. But that's what it gives us.
Holy shit. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, we can locate the suspect via the timeline. There we go. Blue-haired Tracy headed toward the entrance. Is that all she kind of can give us? Yeah. So blue-haired Tracy. So let's just remember blue-haired, because I probably will forget that.
It saw something.
What are you talking about? Saw what?
The deviant leave the room. A blue-haired Tracy. Club policy is to wipe the android's memory every 2 hours. We only have a few minutes if we want to find another witness.
Okay, scan. What do we got? We've got to pick a person to go and ask. We've got 6 minutes. So we've got the dancer in the middle to the left. We've got the male to the front. And that's her last position. The right bit in the middle. Do we go with the female dancer there? Or do we go for number 7 down the far right? She's like a CCTV camera. Yeah, absolutely. So you've got number 7, female dancer, who are past her last position. We've got, I can't see the number. Is that 14? And we got the other dancer there. Number 7. You're thinking by the door. So we've got a 7 and a middle. So 14's the middle, isn't it? Closest to the door. That is assuming she leaves. If she goes through that door across there, we may not see it. And there's a door there as well. You mean, oh, the one in the middle by the pole? The female dancer there. So have we got any other choices? We've got 7, where that's the exit, isn't it? We've got the lady on the pole. The way she's walking, is she going in front or behind the pole? Yeah, I think he means the pole in the middle here, nearest 7. Because we did notice straight away when the previous android we just rented that you couldn't quite see everything. It's a very limited scope. 7 as well. The husband says 7. Okay. Looks like 7 overrules, I'm afraid. So we're going to 7.
Hey, what am I supposed to do with this one?
Tell you. Let's try this one.
This better be.
Okay. Ah. So 7 was wrong. 7 didn't give us any information because they were busy with a client at the time. So there is no information on 7. Yeah, we'll go for the pole dancer next then because that was the wrong option. The thing is, you couldn't tell that.
Tracy didn't come this way.
Connect to this one. There she is. She turned it back into the club. So I'm guessing the reason you guys picked 7 was you thought she was going for the exit, which makes sense. The android near the exit wasn't there when that happened. The second choice option, which we just did, the pole dancer, saw her head back into the club. Okay. So, I'm assuming
Blue-haired Tracy. I know which way.
We've got 5 minutes 40 left. We need a bit closer to get some more options. Okay. You've got number 11, number is that 12 over there? Number 18 or number 17? I think that's 12. So we've got 11, 12, which are these 2 on the left. Oh, you've got the dancer as well, to be fair. And then you've got 18 and 17. That's our options. So 5 options. We've got 5 minutes 37. What are we thinking? It's a lot of choices. So we've got the pole dancer in the middle again, hoping that, you know, she spots her. Potentially, any of these people in the pods could have been with a client at the time. They may not be able to give us an answer. You're for 11, 12 or poles. You're thinking of the left-hand side and the lady in the middle. Husband says dancer. So 2 for the pole. The pole worked out last time, didn't it? 12 by Kathy. We've got 2 for the pole and 2 for 12. Okay. Let's go pole. It worked last time, just in case one of the cubicles was out. Wife says 12. Okay, that changes it. That's 3 to 2. So we're going for number 12 first then, which was the one in the corner.
There are androids everywhere. Check them all. How are you going to tell
Lieutenant,
which one saw
do you have a better idea? I'm all ears. I know which direction it took. I just need to find.
Let's see if she saw it. No, 12 was wrong. 12 did not see her at all. Is that the same guy we've already seen? I think it is. So 12 didn't see her.
No.
I can pause time, luckily, by holding down scan. So 12 was a no-go. The second answer you guys picked was the pole dancer, wasn't it? So let's connect to her then and see what happens here. And that will leave us 3 options if this is wrong. There she is. Turned into the red room. And that's all we got from her. It did. To be fair, 12 did seem like the right angle, but obviously she had a client in front of her. I'm assuming, pay attention to eye contact, don't they? Yeah. So red room's the next option. Right, we've got 5 minutes 17. To be fair, we've lost barely any time so far to get to this point. We've done well. So, your options are quite a few. I can't see the numbers. Hang on. Let's get a bit closer so I can see numbers. So we've got 25 and 26 next to each other on the far left. We've got 27, which is facing the door she came in at a slight angle. We've got the dancer's got his back to her as she walked in, though. Or is that just back to us now? May have not had the back to us before. And then you've got... I really can't read the numbers over there. Going pole dancer again, are we? I can't... 29 and 30. Let's do pole dancer then. Pole dancers seem to be upside down a lot of that by the looks of it. Oh, I don't think we missed anything. Pole dancers, I think, wrong. Yeah. Pole dancers wrong. So now we've got numbers to pick.
Didn't see anything.
It did work so far, but not that time. Pole dancer did not see anything. So we've got 30, 29 together over there. We've got the one over there by himself, the 27. We've got the 25 or 26. It's a tough one, this. Yeah. We've still got a decent amount of time, though, to be fair. We are okay for time. Hopefully. I say that, but this could be quite long-winded, I don't know. So 30 and 29 altogether. 7 on his own. Or 25, 26. Oh, sorry, 27 is on his own. Or 25, 26. It's kind of a tough one. Traci is facing... She's walking in, so she's walking towards the pole. So in theory, if there's no clients, they all should have seen her. Yeah, 27 is probably looking at the best direction as long as there was no one else in here at the time. Remember, we don't know that information. We've already been called out a couple of times, haven't we? But Traci's facing 27, basically. As long as no one else was in here, that could be right. 27 as well. 27 as well. Okay, 27 next.
I made a mistake somewhere.
We haven't made a mistake. Okay, where was he looking? Why is there a big guy right in front of us? She's not here, is she? No. 27 did not have a view. That's always that issue. Okay, we've got 4 minutes 51. So you've got 25, 26 to the right hand side, which would be her left as she walked in. Or we've got 30, 31 to the far left hand side. No, 29, 30, isn't it? Which would be her far right walking in. You're going 30. So you're thinking far... Her right hand side as you walk through over the far end. Our far left is 30. Which is could be where she's facing, to be fair. It's a tricky one though, to try and get the angle. You just don't know if someone was in front of them at the time. That guy would have been perfect if no one was in front of him. 25 from the husband, so you're thinking to the right hand side, her left as she walked in. 30 or 31 from Kathy. That's 2 for 30 then. Which is her far right. And 29. Well, we've got 2 for 30. So let's try 30 then.
Track again.
Spent all this money and I'm still not having fun.
She's looking towards 30, but her body's leaning towards 25. Yeah, it's... How much money have we made Hank spend? Just out of curiosity. We've gone for 30. There was 2 people that said 30. Let's have a look. 30 was wrong as well. Hank is spending a lot of money currently. So 30 did not see her. 4 minutes 37 left. So we have 29 or the 2 over there, which I think was a 25, 26. What do we think? 2 on the left or 1 on the right? It's a tricky one. All the ones you expect to have seen her haven't, which is kind of... I suppose we couldn't have guessed that, really. Would 29 have seen something 30 didn't? Or would we be better off with the 2 to the far left? 25 and 26. It's a difficult one, isn't it? She's closer to 25, 26, but then we also don't know if she walks around this side of the pole. That's the other thing. Husband says 25. Okay. Which 25 is over the far side. Are you thinking 25 next then to have a look at? And that's banking her not changing course or having a customer in front of them. Far left. Okay. We're looking for 25 then. Okay. 25. We're looking for no customer. That's 26. Sorry, wrong one. That one. There is a guy, but she has been caught out. There she is. She walks into the blue room. I think we're doing this all over again in a second. You think she's headed through the door opposite? Was the blue room the door opposite then? Blue room is this room over here. And now we've got to go again. We've got 4 minutes 20. What are our options so far? Not many. Oh, there's a few options. How much time? We have got 4 minutes 20. And you've got more choices. 21. 20, 23, 24, and she come in the door we've just passed through. Yeah, veer to the right, to be fair. 4 minutes 20, I don't think that's too bad, depending obviously where she goes. I haven't ventured too far in because I didn't know time-wise how long we had. Door-wise, she could have headed private staff only to the left, available room to the left. I think that's available over the far left. There's another room there, white writing on. Possibly staff, possibly. And all we know is she's there. Next to 30, so 30 is over there, isn't it? No, where's 30? They got 21 far left, 20 over there, 24, 23. 23, there isn't a 30 or a 29. I think it's 21, 20, 24, 23. We got 1 for 23. I'm assuming you're thinking catch her as she's walking through the doorway here, hoping to see her. She's going for one of these rooms, I'm guessing. In the previous room she went into the door next to 30. Oh, okay, is that what it was? I lost track of numbers pretty quickly. Yeah, I like the thinking. You're going for the number nearest where she's walking through, hoping she's, although the android's looking to the left now, hoping she still is when she walked through. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. Yeah, I like the thinking. She didn't necessarily go across the room. That's a good point. Well, let's do the 23 then that's been suggested. And we're hoping that Hank still has money left in his account. Did we see... Why did I have to look down at the wrong time? There she is. She hid in the available room. Very, very good shout. If it was me, I'd get the owner to just halt the countdown. Thinking outside the rules of the game. What, to stop them wiping the memories after 2 hours? Yeah, that'd be easier, wouldn't it? So yeah, absolutely, Kathy. Next to the staff door, I think that's an available room. That's how we're heading then. So next to the private staff only door. Is she in here? It left the room. Okay. Don't know why it's calling it. So she went into the room for cover, but she left. We've got 4 minutes and 1 second. We've got a cleaning android by the doorway straight ahead. We've got the 21, or we've got 23 again, or 24. Although if 23 gave us the information went to that room, didn't give us the information she left the game, would 23 have more information? That's the question. You've got a cleaner android over there. You've got 21 failing that, then the janitor. Cleaning android. So we've got 2 for the cleaning android currently, and 1 for 21. I'm assuming you're all ignoring 23 now, after the information wasn't brilliant. Not going back again for seconds to see if, there's more information. I completely agree, to be fair. Cleaning, so 3 for cleaning. Okay, cleaning janitor then first. And then, if that, no information there, we're going elsewhere. At least it won't cost Hank any money this time. There's always that benefit. I need to change view, I can't, close enough. There we go. Did the janitor see anything? Yes. Staff only private room. Good decision, you guys. They fled through the staff door.
I know where it went. Follow me.
Follow me.
Fucking A, this is crazy.
Okay.
Wait. I'll take it from here.
He's been a bit wary, isn't he? Guns out. Search the warehouse. How long have we got? Okay, there's no time frame this time. We just got to search the warehouse.
Shit! We're too late.
Why has he ran? Doesn't say there's a time frame. What do we got? I think she's hidden with these other ones, surely. I figured no one's going to be looking at a janitor. That's a good point. The janitor is kind of the one difference between all the other rooms. So I suppose the janitor made sense in that respect as well. No one, like you say, would pay attention. No time except for Hank's patience. Yeah, Hank doesn't seem too pleased. Surely none of them blue-haired, are they? Can analyse the footsteps. Blue blood. Go to the right from the stairs. That was kind of my kind of angle as well, to be fair. We've got the blue blood, model WR400. Search blue blood trail.
Christ, look at them. They get used till they break and then they get tossed out.
Okay, so where's that trail go? Ah, we can follow it this way. So the trail is going straight ahead. I'm trying to keep an eye on where the trail leads. What is that? Oh, that's another book, isn't it? I know Hank's going to get annoyed, but I always look at these because they give you questions and stuff later on. It helps with information purposes later. The first immortals are among us. Doesn't help us now, but you know, it gives us information later on. New superpowers. Okay, we're done. So the blue blood is taking us to this right hand side. There she is. No, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the complete wrong one then.
Don't move!
Oh, there's two. I'll try not to fail the button press. Hank's in trouble. Stop. Okay. That got hairy very quickly. I didn't know there was two. Where did the second one come from? She's wiping the floor with Connor while wearing heels. There is that. But I don't know where the second one came from. That was the interesting thing. Right, you have a choice. Do we knock over the shelf to the left, or do we pull the shelf to the right? I don't know what really the best way is. Obviously, Hank is in trouble, and I think he's to our right, but I could be completely wrong on that. So we're knocking over or pulling. Whether it makes a difference, I don't know. Rather than me pressing something randomly. One vote for pull. Shouldn't it be a pull or push? Surely that would be the right kind of way of doing it. Surely. Push or pull? 3 for pull, 4 for pull. Okay, we're going pull. She is strong. Although she's an android. Right. More choices. You think that's the third android may have a similar genesis as any of the other deviants we've seen thus far? Via abuse. Ah, that's not a bad shout. Because we have seen other deviants go deviant because of abuse, haven't we? So yes, that's not a bad shout. So, one person's already in with their answer. We can either kick or throw. I'm assuming kick is to kick her while swinging. And throw? Are we throwing the hook at the android? Which potentially kills her? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what throw is we throw the hook. But we've got kick or throw. We've got 2 for throw so far. Wow. See, she is tough, isn't she? She is very tough. You'd think they'd be quite evenly matched. The fact she stopped the big toolbox with her heel, impressive. Throw as well. We've got 3 for throw then, so let's go for throw. Oh, we threw an android. I thought it was the hook, but we actually threw an android. Hank's in trouble. At least we're an android, we can be fixed. Not sure on Hank though. They're holding hands.
Quick, they're getting away!
We've got 1, which means the others come back. Connor's now 2 on 1. Or 1 on 2, whichever way you want to say it. Can he fight back against 2? That's the question. Can I press the buttons in time? Don't make me do it. Oh, okay. I knew this. I kind of had a feeling at some point we'd got to choose to take a life or spare a life. I'm loving that you're getting your answers in there straight away. Okay. We can either shoot one of the female androids or spare her. We have 1 vote for spare already. That was a pretty good fight by Connor. 2 on 1. He held his own to a degree. Interesting that the minute we got one of them pulled back, the others stopped running. So there's something there, isn't there? That's the thing. There is definitely some, I want to say relationship, but I'm not sure how that works with androids. In terms of their programming and things. Unless they're deviant, obviously. So we've got a spare, we've got a shoot, we've got 2 for spare, 1 for shoot. I'm assuming shoot doesn't necessarily mean kill. Surely shoot could also mean maim, like leg, stop her running. Whether that's what it would do, I don't know. And spare, does spare mean she runs away? That's the other thing. Self-defense, and she's murdered someone. But we also don't know why she murdered him. The other android did say he was hitting them. They want to be treated like humans. There is that point, I suppose. You'd think that androids could shoot to disable with their superior reflexes. Well, that's kind of what I assumed. You'd shoot to disable rather than shoot to kill. Especially against other androids. You need that information, don't you? So you would think it could be a disabling shot rather than a kill. We don't know it's not, though. That's the thing. We don't know that shoot isn't disabling. That's the quandary. But this is also Connor potentially shooting one of his own. That's the other problem. And if you spare her, does she run away? Do they both get away? The one in front of us, I don't think that's the blue-haired one. So I don't think the one in front of us murdered anyone. I could unpause and double check. You'll lose a little bit of time. I don't think she murdered anyone, this one. No, I don't think that's the blue-haired one. So I don't think she murdered anyone. I think it's the other one that murdered someone. Didn't the other one have longer hair? I only did it for a quick second, to be honest, but as long as she won't take the gun from Connor, then you could probably take the hit. True, that's a good shout. If you killed her, I wonder how the blue-haired one would react. That's a good point. Because obviously the holding hands, the coming back once you pulled one back, that means something, doesn't it? There is a point to that. So there's a relationship there. So, yeah. Okay. Are any of you changing your answers? What are we up to currently? We had a spare, a shoot, 2 spares, and 1 shoot. Kathy then changed to shoot maybe. Yeah. The thing is, like I say, the one in front of us, the one we're potentially going to shoot, I don't think she murdered anyone. I think she was the one who helped the blue-haired one was the one that potentially killed the guy. The one in front of us wasn't her. That's not a blue-haired girl, I don't believe. Okay, you're sticking with spare. Perfect. What are we thinking? And like I said, we don't know if shoot means disable or dead. I'd say the angle of the gun, that's going to be dead android. I don't think that's a disabling shot, looking at the angle. But he could change the angle quickly. She is also running towards us. I don't know if that changes anyone's mind, but when I unpaused it, she is running towards Connor. So we've got 2 for shoot, 1 for spare. That is the thing, isn't it? If we let her off and she grabs the gun, is that bye-bye Connor? Bye-bye Hank, potentially. 2 for shoot, 1 for spare. Kathy has gone for spare. It's now 2-all. You guys don't make it easy, do you? 2 for spare, 2 for shoot. And no one wants to change their mind. No one wants to break the tie for me. That means I've got to break the tie. And I don't know what I want to do. What would I do? I don't believe shooting is going to be disabling shot. I think it's a kill shot as she's coming towards us. My concern with sparing her is she is running at us. So potentially self-defense comes into play. Grab the gun. Siri, flip a coin. Yeah, my issue with spare is I think she's going to grab the gun, which then is a bigger issue. I think shoot is probably the safer option for Hank and Connor. So if I'm breaking the tie, I'm going shoot. Just because I feel that she's running towards us. If we don't shoot, she's going to grab that gun. We've already seen how strong they are. So unfortunately, I'm pressing shoot if I'm breaking the tie. Okay. Apologies if this is wrong. We're about to find out. Well, it's not in the head, so potentially it's not a kill shot.
Why did you kill her?
It was a kill shot then.
She had nothing to do with any of this. When that man killed that Tracy, I knew I was next.
Oh wow, we had it wrong.
I was so scared. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. So I put my hands around his throat and I squeezed until he stopped moving. Yes, I killed him. But I was just defending myself. I wanted to live. I wanted to get back to the one I love. And forget about the humans. The smell of their sweat and their dirty words. But you've taken her away from me. I love her. I loved her.
My God.
Hank's opinion has dropped. Why did you let me break the tie? I'm pausing it for a second. So, we got that wrong massively in terms of what the blue-haired Tracy's done. By the looks of things. I don't know why you guys let me break the tie, because I massively messed up. Hank's opinion has dropped. They have the therium pump in their torso, so it's a liver or something. That's fatal. Yeah, so it was a fatal shot. It wasn't disabling, unfortunately. And the blue-haired Tracy, the one who killed the guy, As she explained, he had killed the other android first. She feared for her own safety, so she strangled him. The other one that we shot, she was in love with, and actually had nothing to do with the whole strangulation and the guy dying. So yeah, to be honest, the crime scene didn't paint that picture once, did it? Maybe if we got different answers, maybe we would have known that. Although the dead robot, the dead android, the one in the actual crime scene, I don't think she would have known it happened afterwards, surely, because she was already dead. You think Hank's negative opinion of androids might be changing? Possibly. He's upset that Connor obviously killed one and the other killed herself. There was still that thing, though, that if we had spared the other one's life as she was running at us, Connor could have been hurt or damaged. Hank could have been shot at. We don't know. So although Hank's negative opinion, was it the right choice or was it the wrong one? I'm not sure. I think sparing would be an interesting point just because you don't know how that reaction would have played out either. Didn't think Hank cared about androids. Yeah, he's definitely must be changing if his opinion dropped them. We don't know what the other android would have done. No, I think that's the thing. And yes, I broke the tie break. I took the decision to shoot. Even after that, I'd probably still do it again, just because I think you just don't know what would have happened if we'd spared her and she'd ran at us. That's the big thing. Thanks for the like, but it was much appreciated. Let's have a look. I'm assuming that's the end of that one. There we go. Trophy achieved, Ruthless. We'll have a quick look at what would have happened. Choices-wise, our deviants died was the end result. So, this was a tough one in terms of trying to figure out certain things. Let's have a look at where we're at. So, public opinion is sceptical still. We're not sure of their software instability just yet. Hank is still a friend, and Amanda is trusted. Connor should have thrown the gun to the top of the building and could continue fighting. That's an out-of-the-box answer. That's perfect. Get rid of the gun. That threat has disappeared. Yeah, absolutely. That's what should have happened. Also, and just a thought, and this is something I've picked up on, we've seen Markus be able to predict what the best route or course of action is and pre-plan them in his head and he play it out before he does them. Why can't Connor do that? Is it because Connor is an earlier model, so doesn't have that ability? Because surely Connor, if he had that ability, could have preempted quite a few different things there and would have made a complete difference to it. But Markus has that ability, but Connor doesn't seem to. Not sure why. But for the crime scene, we followed Hank. We listened to the briefing. We investigated the victim and the android, so that was all good. We paired the android. We talked to the android, and we tried the calm approach, which 42% of people tried the calm approach. That's not that high. I thought more people would have been a calmer approach, to be fair. But we were in the minority by the looks of things for that approach. Now I remember that one detail about Markus. He's an RK200. Connor is an RK800. So Markus is older but has that ability, and Connor's a newer model but doesn't. How does that work? Hi Dusk Animations, good evening, how are you? Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. It just went down to 36%. Oh, that's because I'm going to the friends stats. The first stat you press is the world stat. Second stat is friends stat. You're new here, well, welcome. Good evening, hope you're well. We've still got about 20 minutes left of the stream. With Detroit Become Human, you guys pick the choices. I press the buttons and see what happens. Eden Club chapter, yes indeed. Was an interesting chapter. So we left the crime scene and we had a choice. Find an android eyewitness, or there was something else. There was another way to find out. We asked Hank for help, and Hank spent quite a bit of money helping us by the end of this. You met this guy 20 seconds ago. Yeah, Hank spent quite a bit of money. And we pursued the deviant. We entered the warehouse. So then, if we hadn't find an android eyewitness, we could have gone a completely different way. Marcus is older. That's what we figured out in terms of their model numbers, by the looks of things. But if we hadn't found an android eyewitness, this could have played out a completely different ending. I'm assuming that ending would be they've got away, we don't know where they are. That's what I would assume. But we pursued the deviant into the warehouse. We found 4 of the 6 options in the warehouse. We read the first, Immortal, just because you got to. We analysed the blue blood. We investigated the android stock. We read new superpowers. There were 2 other things to find. One of the other things to find would have led us to a different ending. We've gone on model numbers. Hang on, let me just read back up the chat for the model numbers. So we've got it as Markus is an RK200 and Connor is an RK800. So that would put Connor's a newer model than Markus. Because the reason we were questioning it was Markus has the ability to predict different paths and what potentially happens. I don't know if it's 100% correct. So I don't know if that's 100% correct, but he can, pre-plan some of these things, whereas Connor can't, and it makes no sense that Connor can't. I thought Connor was newer model, must have been an older model, but actually, if it's a newer model, why can he not predict these things? You can just hear crickets. Okay, so we didn't do that one, which had no answer. I'm assuming that's them disappearing. We investigated the blue-haired deviant attacks. We won the fight. 82% of people won the fight. So if you'd lost the fight, different endings. 2 potential different endings for losing the fight. Okay. We won the fight, and now we had the choice of shoot or spare the deviant. We chose to shoot, which was the minority answer. More people spared the deviant. I'm surprised at that. I thought more people would have shot the deviant, to be honest. 42% spared and 40% shot. Deviant killed herself with Connor's gun, and Deviant died. So there was a potential 2, maybe possibly 3 endings. But yeah, I'm surprised at that. I honestly thought more people would have shot. Makes an interesting statistic, really. But the fact we're in the minority in terms of shooting. Typically, manufacturers remove features to make room for newer features. There is that, yeah. Do you mean evolution, in a way, instead of revolution? But yeah, I think, particularly when newer models are meant to specialize in different things. In Connor's case, it's for investigative work. So yeah, pre-planning things wouldn't quite work for Connor in the investigative kind of world, would it? As a detective. But then how would that, I suppose, risk assessment wise, that would make sense for Markus, doesn't it? Because he can assess risk for his patient. I suppose that works out that way. Just give me 1 second. Hi guys, sorry about that. Just saying good night to my other half. She's just got home. Right. Let me just catch up with chat. We've got about 15-20 minutes left, so we'll look at the next story, depending on how long it is, depends how much we can get done, I suppose. True, but then again, Connor did have the ability to analyse the obstacles during that one chasing. He did, didn't he? So yeah, it's an interesting one. He can't obviously do it to the same degree Markus can, but he has got some sort of analysation of things around him. Probably still retains the ability to pre-plan, but not to the degree that Markus can. No, there's still obviously something there, isn't there? Okay. As I say, we've got 15-20 minutes. Let's have a look at the next one. I'm still surprised that shoot was so low. I really am. I do need to quickly check that. Every time I mute my headphones, I then worry that the sound's wrong, because we've had it once before where the sound wasn't right afterwards. Bear me a second. It's all good. I always have to check it. Right. Who's next? Two minutes past 1 in the morning. And it is our escapees. Luthor, Alice, okay. Okay, we can't speak to Alice, but we can speak to Luthor. I don't know if I've got a time limit or not. Luthor removed his LED. He did. That's a very good spot. He did indeed remove his LED. Very good spot, that one. Okay, do we speak to Luthor about the car, the destination, the distance, or the weather? I don't know if it's just, normal car conversations, or there's actually a reason for it. I suppose the destination would be handy to know. We don't want to end up in a really weird house again, ideally, to be experimented on. The weather is snowy. Distance, car. Destination, one for destination. What are they going to do about talking about car? Nice car, this. Where'd you get it from? Oh, just, took it from down the road. The car's a weird one. And the weather's a weird one. The weather's kind of making small talk for no real reason, isn't it? Wife says destination as well. Destination. Let's ask Luthor about the destination. We kind of want Luthor more on side. The fact he's neutral at the minute doesn't fill me with a lot of hope. You kind of want him on side. He's a big guy. We're probably going to need his protection. Right, destination it is.
These people we're going to see. How do you know about them?
Overheard androids Slacko captured. They said they were humans helping androids across the border.
What if it was a lie? Or just another trap?
All I know is those androids believed it. Until Slacko killed them.
Okay. The androids believed that these people were helping until he killed them. Zlatko. Yeah, I didn't remember his name either, to be fair. You wonder if the car belongs to the bad guy. It probably does. Unless he stole it from someone else. But yeah, I would assume it's the bad guys. We can now ask car, distance, or weather. Or I can look around and see if there's anything else. I don't think we can speak to Alice in the back. It didn't give us any options when I did have a look. But that's our 3 options currently. I suppose the 4th is look around in case there's something else. But that's our options. So we're heading to this people that near the border. That help androids cross the border by the sounds of things. That Luthor got the information from the captured androids that were then experimented on by Zlatko. Husband says distance. Okay. 1 for distance then. In some ways it makes sense. You kind of want to know roughly how far we're going, don't you? So it does make sense. Another 1 for distance. I think it's going to be a distance first then. Maybe see if you can get more info from the car's center console. That's not a bad shout. Right, let's do distance first, as that's the most requested answer, and then we'll have a look at the center console again, see if there's any more information on there. Let's have a look.
Is it much farther?
Distance as well.
We should arrive in an hour or so.
So we've got an hour or so. He doesn't seem very good at small talk, does he? Okay, so it's autonomous. Oh, so he's actually not driving. I didn't spot that. Luthor actually isn't driving, it's autonomous. We can turn the radio on, if you want the radio on. It's fully charged. We should arrive in about an hour. It's snowy outside. Can we speak to Alice? No. So there's no options with Alice, so we can either say to Luthor car or weather, or we can turn the radio on and see if that changes anything. Car next. Are we all in agreement? Turn on the radio. So one for car, one for radio. What do we think? Turn on the radio. Yep. I assume that's what you meant. One for car, one for radio. I don't think there's any other information, to be fair. Not that I can see. Yeah, play the radio. 2 for radio, 1 for car. Okay, let's do radio then.
The AX-400 android reported to have attacked its owner in a Detroit suburb is still at large. Police appeared to lose its trail after a close encounter with investigators.
We can change channel. Public opinion's gone down over androids.
And the investigation is ongoing.
The Arctic conflict has escalated to new heights this morning.
And then the other option was car, wasn't it? We'll leave the radio on. We'll ask about car at the same time.
It's a good thing Zlatko had a car. I wouldn't want Alice out walking in his cold.
I saw it once in the garage. I don't know if Zlatko even ever used it.
Okay, so it was Zlatko's car. Oh. Car's broken down. Just as he said that, he doesn't think Zlatko ever used it.
Stay inside, Alice.
Okay, we've got to inspect the engine. I'm hoping Luthor knows of 1 or 2 things about cars. Well, we could be in a bit of trouble here. It's a lot of smoke. That's probably not a good sign.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. Continue on foot, I guess.
It's 30 degrees. Alice won't make it.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to do it on foot, are they?
We have to find somewhere to spend the night.
There's nowhere we can stay around here, Carol.
They're definitely in warmer clothing, yes. Good spot. Okay. So I don't think there's anything we can do with the car. Obviously, she said to Luthor about finding somewhere to stay. Can't go back in the car. There's a map just there by the looks of things. What does that tell us? Remember, no creepy houses. We're not doing that again. Or is this... What is that? Pirate Cove Amusement Park. Does that sound creepy? Is that as bad as the creepy house?
Over there.
Luthor's carrying Alice. Does look abandoned, so I suppose that's a good thing in some way.
We need to find shelter. We have to get out of the cold.
Looks like it's been abandoned for a while.
That's a good thing, I suppose, been abandoned. Creepy, but at the same time makes me crave cinnamon churros and funnel cakes. You reckon it's creepier than the house cafe? Right, okay. It says we are looking at abandoned buildings. Check. We're not staying in there, I take it. Undamaged structure.
No, we can spend the
Sorry,
night.
it's damaged and unsafe, that structure. What do we got over here? Can't get up them stairs by the looks of things. And I'm not turning on the machine. No way. This is weird. I'm assuming that's not helpful there. What's that? Yeah, pirates. Well, I'm assuming they're fake.
This place is falling apart.
It is falling apart.
It's not going to be easy to find shelter.
Luthor's a bit not very optimistic, is he? What's in there? Looks safe inside. Potentially found a house. I'm not a fan of that music though, to be fair. Nothing's funnel cakes, nothing has come for like an abandoned theme park. She reckons this one's safe inside. I was going to say, why are we doing that? We have Luthor. Alice looks like she's got warmer clothing as well, to be fair, so that's helpful. Don't break the door down. Pirate as you walk through the door. Okay. Is it dry? I don't think it's going to be particularly warm, but it just needs to be dry, doesn't it, really?
I don't think we'll find anything better. Let's settle in for the night.
I'll get a fire going.
There we go. Luthor's going to get a fire going. Huh. Really? Okay, so there's a magazine, one of the new magazines that, you know, are all autonomous, automated, whatever you want to call them, just sitting there in an abandoned theme park, telling us about the USS Iowa that's missing. I always read these just because it's something extra that it does encourage you to look at. All Android band, tip for musical prize. Okay, we have two things to do, or three things. One, we don't know what it is. One is to make Alice a bed. And one is to check Luthor's bag, which is a bit weird. And one unknown. Creepy, but at least maybe they won't freeze. Plenty of firewood around. There is that. But then would people spot the fire?
That way we won't be smoked out.
That's the thing. Right, where do we make Alice's bed? That's Luthor's bag. I kind of don't want to check it first. I kind of want to make Alice's bed first. Fire's already going. What do we got for her bed? What's that? Picture that someone did after they got off a ride. Okay, what's that? Curtains. So potentially using them for bed and a pirate flag. Perfect bedding material. Where are we making her bed? Obviously near the fire, ideally, I would have said. Ah, there we go. Set up the bed near the fire. Because I'm assuming the androids don't feel the cold. So Luthor's not going to get cold, is he? We're not going to get cold.
Alice?
Alice could. I think she's missing her family, isn't she? I'm kind of, Alice's opinion of us has gone up, I'm kind of wary about checking Luthor's bag.
Do you think we'll be like them
What a very trusting thing to do, is it? Right, we need to answer a question. Do you think we'll be like them one day, the people in the picture? The choices are optimistic, realistic, or sincere. What do you guys think? I think they're quite all self-explanatory. Optimistic, I'm assuming, is hopefully yes. Realistic is, I don't know what her realistic answer would be, to be fair. Or sincere. But the question was, do you think we could be like them one day? So one for sincere. I suppose the issue is we've kind of tried to be honest with Alice as much as possible, haven't we? We've not really lied to her where possible. We've tried to keep her, be as honest as possible about things. So that's always an issue, isn't it? So we've got 2 for sincere, 2 for optimistic. You guys are helpful, I tell you. Anyone else? Or anyone want to break the tie between optimistic and sincere? 2 and 2. I think the only I kind of it's the problem we found before, isn't it? You can think how they're going to word the question or answer based on the options you're given, and sometimes they're way off. So we could think optimistic would be a good answer, but it could be way over the top. And sincere could be the same. I know it looks like I'm breaking the tie again, doesn't it? I suppose optimistic isn't lying, but at the same time, it's raising Alice's hopes more than is probably truthful. I think sincere would probably be the best answer if I'm breaking the tie. Being optimistic isn't lying to Alice, it's hoping for something good. Yeah, that was my quandary, though. I think they're both good choices, aren't they? I think sincere and optimistic are both good choices. Yeah, I suppose optimism is a good thing. You know what? Realistic seems a little bleak. Yeah, realistic is no, never. It's not going to happen. That kind of stuff. Realistic, I think, is probably the worst answer. Do you know what? If I'm breaking the tie again, I am going for optimistic then. I think sincere might be good since it will teach Alice that good things need work. Sincere is simply being honest. No, I was just erring on the side of optimistic, and now you said that good things need work. That's a good point. Because the thing is, do you want to get Alice's hopes up when we still don't know what the future holds for androids? How long realistically can they stay as a family? I don't know. There's been some close calls as it is. I think sincere might actually be the better answer. And I don't know what if she's going to be honest about this. I don't know what the honest answer is. Yeah, you would always hope for the best. I get that, and I don't know. I'd want to set Alice up for success as she gets older. See, I see that argument for sincere, I do, and I see the argument for optimistic, and both of them are not bad answers. My concern is it's knowing what she will say when you say them answers. Sincere, if she turns around and says no, never going to happen because she's being honest. But then I don't want to be too optimistic and say yes, we're staying together, and then later down the line we get separated. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make a decision. So I'm changing my mind again. I'm going back to sincere.
I don't know how to be like them, Alice. I've never been a part of a family. But maybe we can be our own family.
That's not a bad answer.
Be happy in our own way.
Did she like the answer or did she not?
As long as we're together, that's all that matters.
Well, Alice went up. And I actually like that answer. It's a sincere answer. I don't know how to be like them. I like that. I think that was a good choice. I think optimistic probably would have been good as well. But I think that was a good choice too. I hate breaking ties. Alright, we tucked Alice in. Okay. New choice for you guys. We've just tucked Alice into bed. She's sleeping on the pirate hat, the pirate flag. Good evening, Cass. You're joining us just as we're finishing, Cass. I know you're busy at the minute, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for saying hello. We've only got a few minutes left, as we're nearly out of time. We're overrunning now, but I kind of want to finish this bit of story if we can. I don't know how much longer is left of this one. But yes, is this far late into the story? I don't know. Can't tell you, Cass, to be fair. The story-wise, it doesn't seem massively far in. I wouldn't have said. This Connor still feels like he's got lots more to do. And Markus has just died of evolution, so I kind of feel there's lots still to see, but I don't know. That's the question. Right, we've just tucked Alice into bed. with a pirate flag as a pillow. So we can choose reassure, console, kiss, or tomorrow. That's the choice. Reassure Alice, we can console Alice, we can kiss Alice, or we can say something about tomorrow. I don't know, why would we need to console her? She's not upset. She seemed good with the answer to the question we just had. I don't see why console's there, really. Kiss or reassure? Kiss is a very human thing, isn't it? I suppose reassurance is kind of a human element as well, really. But then I suppose kiss is more human, or more motherly. And I think that's where Alice is starting to see us, isn't she, as more motherly. So one for kiss, one for reassure. You can all pick more than one answer. I'll just add them all up and go that way. Just don't pick all four, because that make life difficult. Tomorrow is very ambiguous. It is, isn't it? It could mean loads of different things. Job's doing extremely well. I'm actually the most lovable stuff. Never going to regards to the background. Making back-to-back sales since June. Well done, Cass. Massively proud of you. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cass. Reassurance from Kathy. So 2 for reassurance, 1 for kiss. Kiss is very motherly, isn't it? Yeah. Sunday, Monday, free this whole month. Nice. Cara to Alice. Tomorrow you're on your own. Yeah, that's a little bit harsh. Just so you're aware, Alice. Tomorrow we're off. See you later. Have fun. Yeah, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Husband says kiss or reassure. So what do we got? We got 2 for kiss, 3 for reassurance. I think that's. Let me just add them up. 1 and 1, 2 and 1. Yeah, 3 for reassure, 2 for kiss. It's harsh, but it could be true. You'd say reassure as well. So 4 for reassure, 2 for kiss. So I think we've got reassure then.
Don't worry. Luther and I will be right here. You need to get some sleep now.
I was going to say, they don't really sleep, do they?
Can you tell me a story, Kara?
I have 9,000 children's stories in memory.
9,000. I think you guys are now picking a story. Are we 35%-ish, are we? I don't know, to be fair. We do need to be aware of time, just because we are overrunning, but I thought we'd be near the end of this chapter because of how it was going. I thought we put it to bed, we checked Luther's bag, hopefully he doesn't go ballistic, and job done. 9,000 stories in her memory, but no PDF on how to fix the car. that's a good point. Okay, so your story has to begin with either a princess, a unicorn, or a knight. Now remember, we are talking to Alice. What is she going to like? A princess, a unicorn, or a knight? Arcade's going for knight. Unicorn from the husband. Thing is, we don't really know a massive amount of what Alice likes. We've read one book in her room. Right now, I can't remember what it was. Wife says knight. So 2 for knight, 1 for unicorn. And I'm assuming it's just the start of the story. Possibly. I don't know. But 2 for knight, 1 for unicorn currently. Anyone else? 2 for unicorn, 2 for knight. Love to see you play Elden Ring. It's a rage game. Many have claimed it's better than Horizon Forbidden West. I've heard things about it. Gaming's been playing it when I spoke to him recently. He said I should give it a go. Do you just want me to see me play to see if I will actually rage on stream? Is that what you want to see? Because you know it's not going to happen. I don't rage. You know this. But it would be a test. A big test. But yeah, I've heard people claim it's better than Horizon Forbidden West. My only answer to that one is that they're 2 completely different games. That's the big thing I would say. You can't compare Elden Ring and Horizon because they're 2 different. But yeah, I've heard it's addictive as well. You've got Elden Ring as well, RK. It's such a pain, but you love it. I think that's the thing. It's meant to be difficult, but people enjoy that difficulty. My issue is just the story side. Elden Ring is more addictive. Horizon better for story. Yeah, okay, I get that. But you can't compare. They're 2 completely different genres. It doesn't work to compare them both. I personally wouldn't say anyway. Right, we've got 2 for knight, 2 for unicorn. So am I picking a decider? Cass, pick one. Either princess, unicorn, or knight. Try and break the tie so I don't have to. If you pick princess, you're not breaking the tie. So your choice is really unicorn or knight. Or anyone else out there. If you want to type in chat one of the answers so we can break the tie. You pick princess. I knew you would. That's not breaking the tie, Cass. Right, I'll break the tie. I will pick unicorn.
This is a story about a unicorn that...
No, not a story like that. Make one up for me.
Okay, that didn't work.
This is a story about a little girl.
There we go. Okay. You're meant to help break ties, not pick the random answer. Doesn't help me, Cass. Next one. She doesn't want the fairy tale. She doesn't want the story that anyone could have heard. She wants one made up. So this is about a little girl, and then we've got unhappy, fear, or alone. I'm not making the options. The idea is you guys pick the options. I'll break ties when I need to, and I hate doing that because obviously I've made some bad decisions. Unhappy, fear, or alone. They all sound really depressing, considering this is meant to be a bedtime story. We got one for alone. Most of us probably already know the story, want to see your choice. But that's not what this is about, Cass. This is about you guys picking the answers. I do give my opinions, to be fair. I know you've not joined us that much with Detroit, but yeah, I do give an opinion, but it's you guys who pick the answers. And most of the time, what you pick is normally along the lines that I would have done, to be fair. Right, let's add these up. We've got one for alone, 2 for unhappy, 1 for fear, 3 for unhappy. Who's my favourite android? Do you know what? I really like Markus, to be fair. I like the way he's growing up with what he's had to deal with and how he's now becoming this leader of the rebellion. RK stands alone. Right, I think by the sounds of it, adding them all up, unhappy is the answer we're going for.
Who wasn't very happy. She dreamed of being like all the other little girls, but...
New question. I'm trying not to rush it, but I'm also conscious of time. And if we back out, I don't know how much we'll have to redo. This feels so weird. You met me during my Rage Rebel teen phase, but I actually feel the maturity. I'm more calm and listen more than talk in real life. Everyone grows up and changes, don't they, Cass? I wouldn't have said you were Rage Rebellious when I first met you, to be fair. I think. But I can see, when I chat to you, I can see that, there is a difference. That's the thing. But I'm just glad you're happy. That's the main thing, Cass. Right, Shadow, different. 2 for different, 2 for Shadow. I think you're breaking the tie, Kathy, unless anyone else wants to put anything in. Exactly. You've got plenty of time ahead of you, Cass. That's the big thing. But as long as you're happy in what you're doing, that's the important part. That's what matters. So 2 for Shadow, 2 for different. Kathy, don't pick impossible. Because then I've got to pick an answer. It's a weird story already, to be honest. Although I probably could guess where it would go. If you say Shadow, it's someone who preferred to stay in the shadows, someone who was different to everyone else. I think Shadow and different are probably quite good things. You bought 4 accessories, home display piece, and add bed for my parents. Wow, nice. It's nice you're taking care of your parents, Cass, as well. That's very, very good of you. Different then. We'll go different then, shall we? Buying things. It's always different buying things with your own money, to be fair. Right, let's do different.
She was different.
Different does make sense. Shadow would have made sense, I think, as well.
Then she met a robot.
She met a robot. The choice is unhappy, obedient, or lost. I'm kind of overrunning because I want to finish this chapter because I don't know how much we'll lose if we back out. So I do want to if we can, finish it. I did tell you my favourite android, I think, is Markus at the minute. I think I like the way he's going, the way he's stepping up to the plate. I do, yeah, I like Markus. Although I like Connor as well, to be fair. I like them all. They've all got different elements that make you question certain things. So yeah, I like that. So we've got 1 for Unhappy, 2 for Lost. I am counting Crazy Irishman twice because there's him and his wife there. So I'm counting 2 people. My streams are basically a counselling session. They can be. I don't mind. So we got 1 for Unhappy, 2 for Lost, 3 for Lost. I don't think it's going to be beaten now, is it? You'd pick Unhappy. Unfortunately, Lost gets it 3-2. Unless someone else is going to chime in, I think it's going to be Lost.
Who was just as lost as the little girl. So they decided to run away together.
You know, when I said, we're massively overstepping and running out of time, we're now making up a story. So we've got Better Life. They ran away together for a better life. They ran away together into the shadow, or they ran away together to live in peace. Shadow doesn't quite make sense, does it? Because the ending of what she said before we got the choices was they ran away together. They ran away into the shadows. Live in peace and better life are the two that kind of make more sense, I would have said. And I would have said both are both good answers. So we've got 2 for better life. He was like, it's a nice version of my friend Dan. He's like, oh, shut up, Cass. Thing is, you always miss the people you meet in life when you're not around them anymore, Cass. That's just natural. 1 for peace, 2 for better life. Any other advances? Better life, 3 for better life. So it looks like we're going for better life then.
To try to find a better life. They encountered great dangers along the way.
Better life. So better life was the answer we picked. They encountered great dangers along the way. So now you've got brave, together, or free. They encountered many dangers along the way, but they were brave, or they were together, or they were free. I think all of them are good answers, to be fair, and it's a story. Probably needs to be a bit lighter than the story actually currently if she's going to sleep in a minute. Together, 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 3 for together. I don't think Dev's going to be beaten then for that, is it? It's already 3. I think that's kind of the number we're looking for most of the time. Dan always said, Anthony, you need to understand you're dumb, but Cass speaks in metaphors. Okie doke, that's okay, fair enough. Right, together it is. So I'm not rushing it, but I am also conscious of time.
But they stuck together. So they overcame all of them. Along the way, they met.
Oh, I'll be interested to see what you guys think of this one. Together as well. Good answer. So she's looking over at Luthor. Along the way, they met a giant, a guardian, or a robot. And she's looking at Luthor. I've answered you 3 times, Cass. I like Markus. I think he's growing really well. But I like all of them, but I think Markus definitely probably has it for me. I think Markus is definitely the one that is showing a lot of potential currently. It's alright, no worries. Guardian, 3 for Guardian then. So we'll do that.
Another robot who left his master to become their guardian.
She mentioned robot anyway.
How does the story end?
Third playthrough. I can't. It depends which one it was. Guardian as well. So yeah, Kathy went along with everyone else as well. So how does it end? Is it a realistic ending, a moral ending, or a happy ending? How are we ending this nursery story, bedtime story? Has it got a moral ending, a realistic ending, or happy ending? 2 for moral. Is that 1 or 2 for happy ending? Crazy Irishman. I think Kathy might be the tiebreaker this time. I think they're all good endings, to be fair. Realistic probably might not be. I don't know. Realistic could be the possible dodgy answer there. Just because it depends how realistic you're being. 2. Okay, so we've got 2 for moral, 2 for happy ending. Kathy could break the tie, unless anyone else in the background just wants to put an opinion in. So it's down to Kathy, as long as she doesn't pick realistic, and then I'm breaking the tie. But yeah, I think realistic kind of sounds like the bad answer. Happy ending. Happy ending it is then.
They reach the place they dream of and live happily ever after.
Stories always have happy endings. But real life isn't like that.
Ah. Realistic could have been the better answer.
Time to sleep.
Alice has actually gone up though, so it did work. I honestly thought that was going to go bad because she said stories always have...
Say good night, Luther.
Stories have good answers, good endings.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, of course.
Luther's very unsure, isn't he? A big brothery, fathery figure, he's not sure of it. Wow.
Good night, Alice.
That's a big step for Luther.
Sleep tight.
That is a big step. Okay, we've tucked her in. We can talk to Luther, check Luther's bag. I really feel bad about checking his bag. But it is one of the things we've got to do. Oh. Do we check the gun or do we leave the bag? That's the decision. We can leave the bag or we can check the gun. Why would Luther have a gun? I suppose protection because of what he's been through himself. So I suppose it makes sense having the gun. You have to be honest, I always recommend you 10 out of 10 games. That's the gift of being a... You do, to be fair. Met someone from the UK named Ian Campbell. He gave me a huge sale. All I had to do was tell him about Assassin's Creed Valhalla lore, and he loved the game. Gave you a 4,847 Oma sale. I was going to say, you're going to need to convert that. Leave. Now you know he has one. Absolutely. Both say leave. So we are going to leave the gun. It makes sense. And I can kind of understand him having it as well because of obviously what they've been through. It does make sense him having a gun. He could have just grabbed it in a rush with the bag anyway. It may not be to be used. It may not even be loaded.
She's a sweet girl.
Yes.
He spent £10,000. Wow.
She's very brave.
Leave from Kathy as well. Right. We haven't got one of the things to ask, and I'm assuming it's because it's the gun option. Because we didn't check it, we can't ask about it. That's what I'm guessing. So, too bad he didn't keep Zlatko's shotgun. Well, yeah, a shotgun could have been useful just in case. Bit heavy to carry around though. Whereas I suppose in the bag, a smaller gun makes sense. So we've got Snow, Plans, or Luther's Past. We've got one for Plans as it is. This 2-hour stream's turning into 2.5 hours now. I kind of want to get this chapter finished, mainly because I don't know how much we'd have to redo if we stopped. So I kind of want to see if we can get this done before we finish tonight. It does mean we're going to have quite a late finish looking at it now. Hopefully we'll get it done. So we've got one for Plans. Even as a clubbing weapon without ammo. Oh yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, the shotgun without ammo is still a good club. Luther's Past, nice to know more about him. Learn law, so 3 for the Luther's Past. That's not a bad shout. Look at the flowchart. I didn't think of that. Obviously, I don't want to figure too much out. We're still quite a way off, aren't we? Oh, actually, I don't think we are. I think it's based on what we ask next. There's a few more options, but I think it's all based on questions. So we should be okay. Right. And what do we got? Luther's Past is 3. Plans from RK is 1. Kathy, what are you thinking? Or anyone else? So far, Luther's Past has it. I kind of can see your point, though. You kind of want to know his past. If he's now with us, helping us, and Alice is with us, and Alice is the important part, you know, you kind of want to know a bit more about the guy that suddenly turned to help us, really, wouldn't you? So I can see that aspect. It was £10,000. Yeah, that's incredible, Salcas. Congratulations, that's incredible. So I think we're going for learn Luthor's past.
Do you remember anything from your life before Zlatko?
No.
So he was white.
My model was designed to carry heavy loads. I might have been a longshoreman or a laborer. Who I was doesn't matter anymore. It wasn't really me.
Okay. So snow or plans? Plans was the other option anyway that Arcade picked, so we'll go straight for plans. But yeah, interesting that he doesn't remember. So his mind was wiped, which was what Zlatko tried to do to Kara. But he was built to carry stuff.
Do you know what you're going to do when you reach Canada?
I haven't really thought about it. I've never been free before. Free? I like the sound of it. But I don't know what it really means yet. Kara, have you ever noticed anything about Alice?
Have we ever noticed anything about Alice? That's a weird question. Yes, what, or no? I don't know what he's asking in terms of what have we noticed about Alice. That's a weird question. Unless I've mixed something, unless I've missed something in conversation. What? Yeah, no, absolutely. What seems to be the best answer. All you need to do is tell UK people, oh, sir, this is 430 quid, and they get surprised. Really? That your unique selling point, USP, is that you've learned about other cultures. Well, that's always going to stand you in good stead, though, isn't it, when you're with other people all other places. So we're looking for what, and what about Alice? Okay.
No.
What as well from Kathy?
What do you mean?
Luthor's gone up. Androids. Lots of them. Who are all these? Okay, we've got to be quick. Protect Alice. Put out the fire. Grab a stick. Is that my options? Yeah. Okay, so we've got protect Alice, put out fire, or grab a stick. I've paused it. A load of androids have jumped into the place. We can't get the gun. It's not an option for us. Annoyingly. If we'd inspected the gun, possibly. You already know about Alice, but won't spoil it. Okay. I haven't picked anything up about Alice. Good evening, Irene. How are you? We are trying to end, but good to hear from you, though, at least. Thanks for saying hello. Protect Alice, protect Alice. Alice, yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely the right thing, isn't it? Protect Alice. Enter Jerry. Okay, we'll go for protect Alice then, I think. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Protect from Kathy as well. Yeah, we've actually overrun. We're half an hour later than we should have been, to be fair. Right, we're going for protect Alice. And he's gone for his gun. Okay. There's one question we can't ask, for whatever reason. We can either question them or we can push back. Are we going to ask questions or are we going to fight back and ask questions later? That's the question. I know, weird. Question from RK, question from Cass, question from Crazy Irishman. I think we're going question then, aren't we? Jerry's a knight. Right, okay, we'll question him.
Who are you? What do you want? Leave us alone!
Don't be afraid. We don't want to hurt you. We're just like you.
Question as well, absolutely.
Our name is Jerry. We were working here before the park closed.
Oh, wow.
We didn't mean to frighten you, but sometimes humans come to hurt us, so we wanted to see who was there. What are you doing here?
We were looking for shelter for the night. We'll be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, they didn't react.
We haven't seen one for a long time. Children used to love to come and see us. She looks sad.
The last few days have been difficult.
We have something to show her. Something fun. She'll love it. Does she want to see?
Oh, I don't think she's in...
Oh, she should follow us then.
Alice, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Come on, Kara.
I don't think you have any choice.
She was half asleep, but don't worry about it. We'll just, you know, we're going to head out into the snow. They're rushing like a game of rugby, then push back. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just trying not to sneeze. If I sneeze, it's going to really, really hurt. Right, okay. Your exercise are 1 hour, 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Jerry's are your token, extremely nice side characters. As I say, yeah, we've overran by half an hour. Right, we've got to take care of Alice. We need to reactivate the console, the carousel. How do I reactivate it? Turn it on. So they were being nice then.
The little one can climb on board.
Put Alice on the ride.
Carousel is about to begin.
Okay, help Alice. You're trying to recruit people to GTA, Cass. Just imagine being just about to go to sleep and then you get woken up with these people banging on the door to then go and put you on a carousel. Don't think your parents will let you play. Maybe it'd speed up super fast and fly away. The carousel would just start spinning and fly.
It's the first time I've seen her smile.
That's the main thing, as long as Alice is happy.
She hasn't had much to smile about lately.
GTA Online has nothing negative, just mute your TV. Really, Cass? Really? I would assume this is the end of the chapter. Guess the workaround is just programmed to make children happy. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they are programmed that way, aren't they? They enjoyed seeing Alice being there. So a smile on her face, trophy achieved. We'll have a quick look through the options to what could have happened, and then we are going to have to finish. We've overrun by half an hour anyway. It's not a bad thing, but obviously we do need to stop. So, highway to help. We did all 3 options for the car. I would say don't try Irene personally. Markus is insane stuff after this. Connor's big decision soon. Yeah, we're getting that kind of vibe from Connor, to be fair, about his big decisions. He still doesn't quite know which way he's going, which way he's turning just yet. Markus just seems to want to lead Jericho. Although he didn't know he was going to do that. Such a nice reprieve. It was actually quite a cool reprieve, to be fair. I did wonder if it was going to go a different way when we saw the gun, to be honest. Stopping your therapy, are you, Cass? Well, we are about to finish. So we went inside Park's Garden. We only found one building. We didn't find. There was 3 other options we didn't find, but it still went the same way. The abandoned tavern was the only place to stay. I mean, you're pretty busy today at the exercise. I'm going to go to my house and we're going to the mall. Nice. And inside the tavern, we read the book. We looked at the leaflet. Luthor started the fire, and we read all Android banned. We missed 3 things inside the tavern. We did make the bed for Alice. She looked at the poster. We spoke to her. She went to bed. We opened the bag. We saw the gun. But we didn't do anything with it, which was fine. Told Alice the story. Spoke to Luthor. Shadow's attack. And then we protected Alice. And we questioned the attackers. They revealed themselves as Jerry's. Outside to the carousel. And the group enjoyed a quiet moment together. That's how it ended. I don't think there's any major choices there to actually do that. Why am I not? Main menu. That's what I was after. Yeah, it saved at the end of that chapter, so we should be okay saving. So we did an extra half an hour tonight, but then I think that was a nice, like you say, KK, a nice reprieve chapter. It was quite a nice, chilled one compared to what we have had. Some of them have been quite hectic and frantic. So yeah, definitely a very good one. Okay, let me just catch up with chat. I'm stopping your therapy, Cass, am I? Thank you very much, Crazy Irishman. Have a good evening. Good night to both you and your wife. Thank you for joining us. Very much appreciated. As always, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Pretty bit. Good stream. Enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Kathy. Again, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening. Because, yeah, your time zone difference. I think your afternoon, evening time, aren't you now? Hope you catch you next time you play this game. Looks like I can only catch you on the weekends due to the time difference. No worries, Arcade. Very much appreciated. We'll be back with this again 2 weeks' time on a Saturday. So it'll be the same time, but in 2 weeks' time. That's the plan.
But to have a reason to live.
Cassie's number one recommending games.
That's a quote from Jean Genot, a
Good,
French writer.
thank you for joining us, Irene. Very much appreciated. Look after yourself, and we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure. Cass, fun fact: the Android at your menu is the first ever build Android lore-wise. She creeps me out when she talks about like the interior decorating and stuff. Because yeah, when it happens the first time, you're like, where, how? But you know. Good night, RK. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have a good weekend. I didn't think you'd leave out a fact, Cass. I know what you like. A fact is always a good way to end. Irene, don't worry about it. I understand life comes first. It's not a problem. It's just nice to say hello once in a while, whenever you get a chance to. So very much appreciated. Thank you for dropping by and saying hello. But don't worry about not being able to make it to the streams. It's not a big deal at all. It's just nice to say hello when you can. So it's all good.
By the way, I'm an
Right.
ST200 model. I mean,
I do need to go. We have, like I say, overrun. It's now 10 past midnight, and my tablet's going to kick in any minute, so if I'm not careful, even though I took them late. As always, thank you all very much for joining us. We are live again Monday morning as we continue clearing Assassin's Creed Rogue. The scheduled video does go out tomorrow to explain what's going on next week. Tuesday there is no live streams because I have physio. It's changed day, so that will change things a little bit. But other than that, scheduled video tomorrow, but explain things. The Horizon Forbidden West review is a week Sunday, and yeah, lots of content next week. And we're back to live again Monday morning. So as always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. Another incredible stream. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this as well. I'm glad you're all enjoying you lot choosing the answers. I think that's the important part. I think it's working really well.
you look tired today.
Thank you, Irene. Have a good evening.
You're doing okay.
Or good afternoon, morning. I'm trying to think where you are. It's morning where you are, isn't it? You try to be more active on Discord. Adulthood naturally makes you more calm due to pressure from your boss. Absolutely, Cass. You're all good. Don't worry, Cass. You're all good. Right. Thank you for the like. That was much appreciated. I do need to go. I would just sit and jabber on for ages if I'm not careful. So, as I said, thank you for the views, the likes, the comments, conversation. And thank you all for another incredible stream. We will see you soon, I'm sure. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.